when I landed in this land, I didn't know one word of English. And today, after 27 years, all my life here, and I love America. I love it. I love it. In this land.
Me too, man. Welcome to Uber Stories and Anecdotes, a podcast that explores the wild and the wonderful world of Uber experiences. From the wild to the weird, the funny to the downright frightening, we'll be taking a deep dive into the fascinating stories of Uber drivers and riders from all around the world. We'll be talking to drivers about their most outrageous experiences and hear some stories about them leaving their homelands and their journeys towards the United States of America. You'll hear tales of those trying to grind towards a better life, the heartwarming, the funny, and sometimes the downright scary stories they share. So if you're ready to be amused, surprised, and taken on some interesting rides, join us at Uber Stories and Anecdotes. The following was my conversation with my Uber driver Feraz, who came from Syria. Syria is now a war-torn country due to a 10-year civil war under the leadership of Bashar Assad. Although this was a short conversation, I am grateful to Feraz for giving me his perspective on the Syrian civil war and his explanation for coming to the United States of America. This is Feraz and my conversation. Are you okay if I record this conversation? It's quick, right?
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
Being here from Syria, I'm like, holy cow.
But my English is not very good.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
What's your name?
Feraz.
Feraz? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And you're from Syria?
Yeah, I'm from Syria.
How long ago did you get here?
Year and 6 months.
Why'd you leave Syria?
I don't leave Syria, but I want to get the citizenship because I have 2 kids with their mom in Syria. So I want to give them the citizenship.
For America or Syria?
No, for America.
Okay.
Because maybe they can continue their studying when they grow up, and I think America now is the best place to live and continue your life. There's a lot of opportunities, and before the war, Syria was amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to leave his homeland, his country. But now, because of 10 years of war and 7 million refugees and 1 million killed, and till now there is no solution, there's nothing getting better. So this is why I choose to stay here in America.
Cool, thank you. I'm like, whoa. So were you in Syria during the war?
No, I was in Saudi Arabia, but I go there every. I'm going next week. I'm going there.
To Syria?
Yeah. It's safe now. Now it's safe.
So is the war over, or?
Yeah, it's over.
Okay.
It's over. But the economy is so bad. I mean, the situation there, the economic situation.
How did it end? Like, what happened? Like, I hadn't heard.
Nothing happened. Nothing changed. The government's still the same, and people now is forgetting about what's happening there. Now they're watching the TVs to see what happened in Ukraine. Yeah.
I remember just seeing, I want to say, like white helmets or something with Syria.
Yeah. Yeah. It was horrible. 10 years of horrible, and people just watching. Nobody did anything for this country.
Who was the main aggressor? Like, I don't even understand why the war started. Like, or
the war started. It was the protester against the government.
Okay.
So
it was like a revolution in a sense.
Yeah, it was the revolution, and then.
And Russia supported the government, or the people?
Yeah, the government. Yeah, and then the terrorists came from outside.
Like,
Yeah, do a lot of bad things.
And where are they now? Like, what happened? Did they just stop being terrorists, or did they leave? Like,
they moved to another country. They finished their mission in Syria. It's a mission.
What was the mission? Do you know?
Destroying the country. Yeah, this is the mission. The main reason is destroying the country.
So do you think did they just scatter, or did they all go like Afghanistan, where now they're...
You know what, the politics is a very dirty game. Nobody understand it correctly. I'm telling you, what's the end of this story is now is as a writer last week. She told me, "Where are you from?" I told her I'm from Syria. She said, "What's happening with Syria right now? Is the president still at his office?" And she said, "We don't know anything about it. We forget about it, and the media is not talking about Syria." And
Yeah. Just dropped off.
yeah.
I mean, I teach history, and I was like, "What's going on?" Like it just disappeared, you know. And I look at China.
Syria was amazing. We have everything. We have gas. We have oil. We have everything. We were exporting, not importing. We export a lot of things. Now there is no import. There is no export. There is no international flights. There is nothing. It's.
And the president, I mean, he's still in charge. I forgot his name. What is his name?
Bashar Assad.
Yes.
Bashar Assad.
So it's a dictatorship in a sense, like. And how's he? I mean, how the revolution? So basically, he started the revolution.
But you know what? Sometimes people needs a dictator to control them. Like, if you remember the Iraq, when Saddam Hussein was, he was good. He was good for his country. I mean, Iraq has the strongest army in the Middle East and strongest economy. And now look what happened to Iraq.
I always thought it was kind of there was a power vacuum, and it kind of got messed up. Like he was the dictator, but there was didn't they even purge the government officials? So there was
I told you, sometimes people needs a dictator to control them. They don't like the freedom or the democracy. But now it's safe. You can, if you want to travel, you can go there, and you'll be welcomed. And
is it rebuilding? You know?
No, there is no rebuilding because there is a sanction against Syria.
Oh, so
yeah,
similar to what they're gonna try to do with Putin and all, or what they are doing to Putin. But Putin might get Ukraine out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there any like in terms of schooling and stuff, like didn't the Phoenicians come from Syria? Oh, wait a second. Is this the train?
Yeah, it's upstairs. You should go. Yeah.
How do I get to that? I'm so unfamiliar.
There's
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Feraz.
Yeah.
Your name? All right. My name is Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
Good to meet you.
Bye.
All right, man. Thank you. Oh, Feraz. So I do podcasts, and I'm starting to learn it. So like when I interview this, maybe can I put this on a sound? But can I take a picture?
No.
Okay. That's cool. But are you okay? Like if I just publish it, the sound. You're my second one for it's called Stories from Uber Drivers. I'm a history teacher. I'm trying it for my students.
Okay, don't give any information. Just it's a Syrian driver.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Karat, your name, or just first name, okay?
First name, okay.
And then I don't know anything else anyhow.
Yeah,
So cool. Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, for us. Stories from Uber Drivers. There'll be a podcast coming. So you're my number 2.
Where's your page or on Facebook or what?
I haven't created it yet, but it's coming.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I mean, you're my second interview.
Okay.
So all right, so it's coming. You're one of my first. So cool. And it's interesting if you go and watch on YouTube a bunch of videos. I do recommend. I found as a person who likes history and like studies history, the Al Jazeera English Syrian conflict video was pretty good. I like to watch short little videos, get a quick overviews, but I did find that one really showing and telling, and I mean it was like on the ground. I just remember and recall seeing ISIS and CIS is in there. Now there's rebels going against Bashar Assad, and then there's other people coming in and just creating havoc. And I think Feraz was talking about the terrorists creating havoc with his ISIL. I mean, just seeing the beheadings and all that. I remember seeing a video of like a 7-year-old boy holding a severed head of one of the captives, you know, just kind of like desensitizing to the whole, you know, just breeding future people that can deal with that. Almost like militia, in a sense, in my mind. I enjoyed my conversation with Feraz. Although it was a short ride, it did open up a lot in my mind on Syria. I really did not know a whole lot, and just coming back and researching and just seeing the multiple levels of entanglement around Syria, and right in the two main players, it's just like Cold War again, proxy war, except the United States did back up Bashar Assad for a while until the chemical warfare. Dude used chemical warfare against his own citizens and still in power. I suspect that's what the sanctions are about. Economic sanctions on the, I want to say like NATO powers, really. And the Arab League, you know, is part of this, putting sanctions on. So that's like Saudi Arabia side. So then you have Iran and Russia supporting Bashar Assad and is still retaining the leadership. So I found it interesting that Feraz said the war was over, and all the sources I look at online now really just show that the war hasn't really ended. There's no official declaration. I guess it just stopped, and that's kind of what Feraz was saying. And my perspective, though, it just seems like everything just shifted to Ukraine. I mean, Soviet Union and United States proxy war Ukraine. And I wonder if Ukraine ends one way or the other, what that'll come out of it. That seems like it's going to be a money suck for the United States, at least, and Soviet or Russia. Well, that was my conversation with Feraz. It really prompted me to dive in a little bit.